There is this event happening later this week to honor women in business. It is called What She Said, and it'll honor women that make our community so great. And we are very excited because joining me today is one of the panelists of the event, Angela Shen, and she is the founder of Savor the Wild Tours and Savor Seattle Food Tours. Some of my favorite topics here, ma'am.
Me too.
So you actually have a very interesting set of businesses, and it's really what makes you such a great panelist for this event. So talk to me about them.
Sure. You know, for better or for worse, I'm a serial food entrepreneur at this point. So for 17 years, I founded and ran a company called Savor Seattle, featuring the best restaurants and eateries in Seattle. And now I'm going to help people feed their wild side.
I love it.
So I'll take people out into the woods, mushroom foraging, razor clamming, pop-up dining events that showcase Washington's famous wild foods. So it's very quintessentially Washington experiences.
I love that. So I actually know people who love to forage, but it's so intimidating to me. So talk to me about why this is the perfect thing for somebody who wants to learn more about this.
Well, and that's it, right? Because it has been a bit exclusionary on purpose, right? And for me, I know what it's like to be on the outskirts, and I want to bring people into these experiences because mushroom foraging isn't scary. It shouldn't be scary, and it's a great way to connect with nature. There is absolutely nothing more exciting than plucking your own mushroom from the ground and then getting to eat that and share that with your family and friends.
That's so exciting. Now, of course, we can see why you would make such an excellent panelist for this event, but talk to me about why it is that you wanted to be a part of the event.
Yeah, you know, being in the food industry for as long as I have here in Seattle, I feel really honored to be a leader in this space. And so as this serial entrepreneur, I'd love to be able to share my story and some of those best practices and learnings that I've had over the last 17 years, because my hope is to help also inspire this next generation of female makers in the food space, because we need more. We need more of us.
And speaking of that, I mean, I think we'd all would love to say that men and women are currently equal in this space, but the numbers just don't show that to be the case. Talk to me about the major barriers that you experienced and how you overcame them.
Yeah, so as you've mentioned, Maria, women are underrepresented, not just in the food space, and certainly when I'm in the woods, I don't stumble upon a lot of people
sure,
who look like me. And I think it is about acting and, you know, approaching people as if you don't have anything to lose. Like, there are no barriers, because if I'm letting myself hold myself back, then I'm never going to make a dent in whatever space that I choose to be a part of. And so that's kind of my biggest piece of advice, actually, for women and anybody who wants to break into the food space, is just act as if you have nothing to lose, because you don't.
That. Yeah, you know, when I was in college, I read this article about fake it till you make it mentality, you know, and I think that so many people, especially women, really talk themselves down and think that they aren't worthy, but you are. You just need to act like it, right?
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
I love that. So speaking of the numbers, though, we do have data from a LinkedIn survey that shows that women hold just 32% of leadership positions worldwide, and actually the growth on that is minuscule. We're talking about 1 percentage point growth over several years. Talk to me about how that makes you feel when you see numbers like that.
I mean, it's disheartening, right? But I think events like, you know, this event at the W on Thursday, it is really about trying to change that dynamic. So it takes mini steps, big steps, but whatever people like me can do to help pave that path and make it easier for that next generation, I feel like that's part of my responsibility as being a good steward in my space.
Now, clearly you are a confident woman, which I love to see, but for...
Fake it till you make it.
Yes, baby. But for women who are out there, you know, no matter their age, that maybe struggle with this particular portion, being confident, what advice can you give so they can develop that skill?
Yeah, I mean, seek people out. So I remember when I first moved here, sight unseen, 17 years ago. no experience in tourism, didn't know a single soul. I literally read a newspaper article in the paper about a Chinese gentleman who owned a chocolate coffee company, and I just called him out of the blue.
Oh, wow.
And just introduced myself and said, I have this dream of starting a food tour company. It's never been done before, but I think that you'd be a great person for me to talk to. And again, didn't have anything to lose, and I was bold and just asked. So that's what I would suggest, is just put yourself out there and ask for help.
So it sounds like there is an importance in building a community, even if you don't presently have one where you are.
Yes, for sure. And I think that's what's, I'm grateful for, is to have this community now that as I start Savor the Wild, my second tourism business, I'm not starting from scratch, and I'm able to reach into this network, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes.
All right, Angela Shen, it was really a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you for giving us a preview of the amazing talks you will be giving as a panelist. The event is on Thursday, this Thursday, and we have posted all that information on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.